Hello and welcome to my Justice Hunters decks overviews. This is a quick overview of each of the new archetypes that are coming out. Let's hop right into it. First of the three archetypes we have K9. This is mostly a XYZ based strategy that focuses on punching hand traps uh, and is very splashable. The deck is basically summon level 5s from hand, facilitates level 5 and rank 5 plays. Izuna is a hand trap. In a way, if your opponent has activated a monster effect in their hand or graveyard this turn, most of the cards are powered up. So Izuna can summon itself, and on summon it sends one. Lupus summons itself from grave or hand. During the opponent's turn is a quick effect to XYZ summon. So you can make some cool plays where if your opponent activated anything in the hand, you summon Izuna, send Lupus effect to make an XYZ. There's few good options to make on your opponent's turn, like Valon, the super size Sky Blaster. This is a Book of Moon. Ripper is a monster negate in the hand and grave. Nash Knight's a non-target attach a monster, which is really strong. This deck is currently being splashed with many engines. You have seen it with Crinstron, with Vanquish Soul, even Dracotail. I've seen a lot of players build it with. A few of the weaknesses of playing a bigger K9 engine, so let's say you put Jokel, Lantern on all the other cards, is that you will start to lose on a lot of non-engine slots. Like Vanquish Soul decks are playing very minimal amounts of non-engine if you play the whole package. The same can be said about any deck that's planning on playing the whole package. The deck is not really weak to many things. Purulia, I feel like is really strong. All these three hand traps help you more to beat Izuna on your own turn than rather than beating them on their turn. And I feel like the trap cards that you can activate to disrupt them is really strong because they don't benefit off of them, such as Ash and Veiler. For the next deck, let's talk about Yummy. So this is the basic engine that you'll see in most Yummy lists. Sometimes they don't play these two, but it's not mandatory. This is a synchro-based strategy that focuses on one-card combos and synchroing during your opponent's turn. Uh, the way the deck works and the reason why people are liking it a lot is the deck doesn't activate any monster effects in the hand or graveyard for its engine. So it's really going into K9, which is uh, it's like a triangle format. While after Rise and Malice go away, hopefully, because Yummy will beat K9 because it doesn't activate anything. They're never gonna be powered up, and K9 beats Dracotail because they're forced to use stuff in hand and grave, and Dracotail beats Yummy because their engine is just strong into it. What this deck does is it synchros a lot during your opponent's turn. Snatchy is really cool card. Uh, you can quick effect pay 100 life points and synchro someone. It's not once per turn, it's just once per chain, and they can set up multiple snatches. Obedience Go summons 3 guys from deck. This deck also has access to Herald and the Sky Striker engine works. You might be wondering how you synchro if there's no tuners, but all the synchros, Copsy, Cookie, and Lollipopo, they all can treat a Link 1 as a level 1 tuner. So one engage and one Hornet drones is full combo, and that's why you run so many Link 1s. There are also tuners. Cookie on summon books 2. Lollipopo searches special summons 2 from the grave and negates their effects. And Copsy searches 2 and discards 1 card. All of the level 1s can special summon themselves for free, while there's a Link 1 or a Synchro 2 on their field. And they also have bonus effects. On normal summon or special summon, Copsy will search for a Yummy card, or draw a card if it was summoned by the effect of a Synchro. Cookie will decrease the attack of a monster by 1,000 or destroy it if it was summoned by Synchro. And Lollipopo can shuffle back a card from the grave into the deck, or banish it if it was summoned by synchro. Uh, Also, bonus effect here, all the synchros, if your opponent activates anything, they can chain to the response like a ritual beast monster. They put themselves back in the extra deck for cost and summon up to 2 yummy monsters, non-target from grave, which is really good in the grand game and really good in to dodge hand traps as well. Like you can't really imperm a Copsy to search because they're just gonna tag out and search anyway. The field spells, they can be placed from Snatchy on special summon. He can place a field spell from deck. Mignon can boost attack of all your monsters by 500 per light beast on the field, so your guys can gain up to 3000 attack. Uh, yeah, up to 3000 attack on your counting all 6 of your uh, light beast monsters, or up to 6000 attack if your opponent is also playing Yami and happens to put 6 monsters in there. The field spells can also put themselves in the bottom of the deck by targeting 2 other Yami's monsters that are in your grave or banished and putting them back. Uh, Mignon also revives one if you control link 1. And Akote, I cannot pronounce this. If you synchro, you target a card your opponent controls, destroy it, and if a monster you control leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, you can special summon Yummy monster from your deck. This one's not played as much as this one, but I think both of them are really good. The reason why this deck is so resilient is a normal summon of Cups he plays through 2 hand traps, regardless of what they are, because you're going to normal summon this on someone to search anything, so you can search an Extender. They're all Extenders. Link 1, place the field spell that revives one. If they stop your link 1, you can still have special summon your monster, make a synchro 2. So yeah, so it's really resilient to hand traps. The weaknesses of this deck are board breakers, I think. Uh, Full loss is pretty good. Meows is good. They're good even on your turn. If you draw your 6 card and it's a Meows with Full, you're pretty good still. You can catch them lacking, let's say, and you can use Ghost Ogre in a really good way on their field spell or on their Link 1 when they're trying to set up the field spell, because it requires you to control Link 1 to revive. Bell can be used in Chain of the Synchros to tag out. Nibiru is not the best because they have Surprise. That's a searchable quick play that can activate 1 effect per turn. You can activate all 3 effects, but only once per turn. You can target 2 light beasts you control and to cast your opponent controls, return them to the hand, or revive 1 Yummy. Where is this? Revive 1 Yummy or someone from hand. So you can keep playing even after they negate your board. Cards like Pancratops are really good to get rid of the Herald and then force something out. Contact C is really good when they activate Obedience Code, summon 3 monsters, you Contact C them, they are locked. So they can't just summon anything. I don't think there's a single monster that they can summon, at least that they're playing, that can get rid of Contact C if they activate Obedience Code. Dark Ruler is decent because their board is not that layered. Droplet is really good to chain to Snatchy, so they can't synchro anymore. They can't just keep tagging out. An Ultimate Slayer sending along to target synchro, it's also pretty decent. For the next and last deck is the one that I decided to pick up, is Dracotail. This is a fusion-based strategy that wants to do a lot in few actions. Like the deck's really good into Charmies because you can summon from you can summon 0 times from your hand, and you can summon 1 time from the extra deck, and your end board is 90% the same. So they all have this effect that if they're used for fusion material, they can set a Dracotail spell or trap from your deck, and then they have a bonus effect. The dragon ones have a bonus effect. Malulu will negate the effects of one face of monster your opponent controls permanently. This is really strong because this deck also has access to turn 0 plays through 5 mana. Pan will non-target destroy a monster on the field, and Urgula will non-target destroy a spell trap on the field. The deck also has access to really strong cards such as Rahu, which is Branded Fusion, and Ketu, which is a Rota, but if you're going second and your opponent controls a monster, you can also fusion. So this is, I'll say, better than Rahel. The whole deck revolves around your Arthalion. What Arthalion does is he requires a monster in the hand plus Dracotail. It discards Fusion Summon. You can target monsters in the field and graveyards up to the number of monsters used as material from the hand and return to the hand. So basically what this means is if you fuse using two monsters, you can organize your chain in whatever way you want to either put back hand traps or engine on your hand or return your opponent's monsters to their hand. Uh, Now the unique effects of them. Malulu can quick effect during the main phase fusion summon. Dracotail fusion monster from your exile deck using monster from hand or field as material. Also, you can add your fusion lock. This is really good because it helps you play around Pua. Oh my god, the bee's dying. Please don't die. Oh, it didn't die. Good. It helps you dodge hand traps on your Arthalion, and also if your only play is Malulu on your turn, it gets imperm. You can still try again on your opponent's turn. Lucia's on normal summon searches a Dracotail monster, which is normal or special summon, which is good, but I wouldn't. If I have these two, I'll always normal summon Malulu. Urgula has an effect that if it's engraved, you can target one spellcaster Dragontail in your graveyard, add it to your hand, and it puts it at the bottom. This is like insane for grind game and just card advantage in general. Pan, it has possibly the worst effect because it says if one of your Dragontail fusion monsters, where is this? If a face of fusion monster you control is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, while discarding your graveyard, you can place this card at the bottom, and if you do, special one non-fusion Dragontail monster from your graveyard. This effect rarely comes up because a lot of disruption nowadays is bounces, banishes, and they can just run over your monsters. So this is the worst effect by far. You mainly run it for the extra name and the effect to pop. And 5 mana is really, really good. It's polymerization, you pitch it, quick effect, and fusion. This allows you to start playing your opponent's turn 0, like you pitch Femena, fuse Pan and Malulu, summon Artholion. You can add 2 cards from your grave back to your hand, you pop a monster, you negate another monster, and you set 2 spells or traps. So you start your turn with infinite follow-up. Uh, so you start your turn with follow-up, you start your turn basically with 4 cards in your hand and you pop a monster and again a monster, but that's rare. Even if you just go a few mana plus a monster and any hand trap, it's pretty good. These deck's weaknesses, I would say, are Retaliating Sea, because if your monsters all need to be sent to the graveyard to trigger. Super Body is pretty good because they printed this guy, which requires a spellcaster and dragon. Ash and Bell can be really strong to stop your main disruptions, which are Horn, that's a bounce, and Flame, that's a spell negate. Because both these cards need also have the option to put a Dragontail card from your graveyard or banish back in the deck to draw one. So they both can be Ash, Bell, and Purged. Dominus Impulse is good because it's a fusion deck, you need to activate yourself to fuse. On that is it. A few other cards I need to mention are Gulamel. Uh, in response to any Dragontail card that you activate, you can target a card on your opponent's field and destroy it. And both the Dragontail fusions have the effect that if 2 monsters leave the field, if 2 monsters go to the graveyard at the same time, they can revive themselves but banish with it leaves the field. This is really good for OTK plays and comebacks. Like you just link 2 monsters off into ship. Arthalion will come back, summon itself to the ship zone, and then ship will revive another monster like a Malul or a Lucius, and you just keep playing from there. Uh, Also, there is Secretarian that, although is a really bad card for your deck, if people play it against you, it's really good for your deck when you play it yourself because you can target one dragon and one spellcaster. Summon one, shuffle the other. You are happy, but it also has the effect that your opponent cannot activate the effects of special summon dragon or spellcasters. which sucks. Secretarian, he has some weird text in it. It comes up, but it can banish one or every monster your opponent controls with the same attributes as a monster that was summoned by a effect of a monster with the same attribute. It's confusing text. You can summon seals in this deck. Artalion is a dragon that you don't care to link off. Lucius is a spellcaster, which you turn into a dragon with blue eyes. And this is the engine. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe because I'm going to be making more videos on especially Dracotail because it's my favorite out of those three. I'm picking the deck, hopefully all in Collector's Rare. It's going to look really nice. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching and see you another time.